Hello there, darlings. Welcome to the Clockwork Cabaret. This week, the ladies celebrate Pride Month. Honestly, I don't care who you fancy as long as we can agree that I am fabulous. And now, on with the show.
And with the sound of the cuckoo, you know that it's time for the Clockwork Cabaret. Hooray!
Hooray!
I am Emmett Davenport.
And I am Lady Attercop. And I am more confident in my identity than apparently Emmett is today.
I am questioning everything. I just learned the word himbo. I don't know.
I have taught her of the way of himbos, and now her whole world has been shattered.
I was a little worried that it was like a hippo and a bimbo had a baby.
A good-natured, beefy boy. Yes. Yes.
That's what I was confused. And
if you listen to our other podcast, which is Dice Dice My Darling, you know that I play a himbo. I am intimately familiar with the ways of the himbo.
I also just keep thinking you're trying to say ham bone.
A himbo is a ham bone, but not every ham bone is a himbo.
I'm so confused.
It's like bourbon. All bourbon is whiskey, but not all whiskey is bourbon.
Ah.
All himbos are ham bones, but not all ham bones are himbos.
Okay.
We talk about great himbos in the lexicon or the archives of the universe.
That is as clear as soda. I don't feel like that's very clear, but okay.
As clear as Sprite. What's up? That's a crystal clear soda. As clear as Pepsi. What was the 7-Up? That was 7-Up or Crystal Pepsi?
Ugh, gross.
Let's make it real weird. Let's throw in some sodas that 90% of the universe didn't know existed.
Yeah, I don't even know. It was just a thing
dear listeners, for a while, Pepsi decided that, hey, what if we made Pepsi, but it was Sprite? That was
But it tasted like Pepsi.
It was clear Pepsi. It was crystal Pepsi.
Well, that's because the coloring is due to a syrup.
Yeah, they just took the coloring out.
Ugh.
And everyone was weirded out. And then for a while, 7-Up was a thing.
7-Up is still a thing.
Yeah.
For some people.
They were dark days.
It's not for me. I don't like it.
Back in the era of the himbos, the 1980s.
Oh, alright. So,
when crop tops and six-packs and luxurious mullets reigned.
So, this is a music podcast that Lady Attercop and I do that has slowly...
Someone is back on there working, going to school for 5 hours a day, then driving for an hour, and then working for 5 hours a day, and that person is me. And then we decided to record a podcast after that.
Yeah.
When I'm very tired and slightly drunk. And it's just going to go places
that we don't know.
Just places.
It's gonna be weird. And also, I'm now really questioning the fact that I release this in the mornings. Because this seems like a nighttime show.
This is someone's first introduction to the Clockwork Cabaret.
This is also morning time.
It's a podcast. We play music. We claim that it is steampunk themed. But really it's just the podcast is driven by our whims.
It is. It's a whimsical podcast.
Uh-huh. And this week we're celebrating Pride. Because some man... Wow. Yeah. The world is a thing that is happening to us that we cannot control. I don't know where I'm going with this. It is
It is
a
late.
time I normally sleep.
Yes, it is late. We're trying to record later than we usually do because time schedule, and we're both a little bit giddy, tired. So I think
It's okay. But I believe that everyone can agree that the world is a thing happening at us.
yes, I feel like it is a the world is a thing that is going on, and the events that are happening are aimed at each and every one of us. And
Yes.
it's very weird, and I don't like it.
Some of us more than others.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
it's sad. It's not good.
No.
And every once in a while we get a glimmer of good news, and it feels like a trap.
It probably is. It
And
probably is a
and
trap.
we're still not. And we're
I'm
still not gonna embrace that good news because there's probably some bad part of it.
yes. Yes.
These are sentences that only make sense in the year 2020, the year of our Hell Lord.
I feel like everyone who is listening to the show right now probably feels exactly the same way. We can't
Yeah.
articulate what it is that we're feeling. The world is on fire.
Yes.
Every glimmer of hope, there is probably also something terrible on the bottom of our shoe.
Yes.
And you know, when someone offers you someone
Hey,
offers
guess
you
what?
cake, it's probably
You're,
gonna be filled with shit.
yeah, you're.
So yeah,
Oh, you said that. You
I
said
said a
adult word.
naughty word. So yeah, so I feel like
It's like,
everyone.
hey, somebody discriminates against you based on your sexuality or your gender identity. You can sue. But we're also going to strip away all medical protections for trans people because, happy Pride.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
that's bad.
It's like with one hand.
Here's another bit of good news that the Supreme Court did it, but we're still going to let this pipeline go through, Cherokee land and poison the water and land
It's like
and everything.
It's like no
It's
matter
like,
what, when the right hand is doing one thing, the left hand is doing something else. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's a weird time. It's a weird time,
Black Lives
people.
Matter is trending and more people support it than ever, and that's awesome and it's great and real change is on the horizon. But you know what the cops are doing right now? It's like, oh,
They're still being horrible. Yeah.
yeah.
So rather than dwell on the negative,
Yes.
because we can continue to do what we can, but sometimes we need to take a break and do something silly to help re-energize ourselves so that we continue on.
That's right.
We're going to play some ridiculous music.
And it's going to be a Pride playlist because
yes,
we can't go out and have a parade right now because that is dangerous.
that is very dangerous. But we can play some music.
You can have one in your home.
Sirs, how many times have you gazed lovingly over the side of your airship only to have your favorite chapeau leap from your head into the void, lost forever? Many are the ways you could try to keep your hat attached: straps, belts, ribbons, penny nails, or the steady hands of a workman. These methods, good sirs, are simply outdated. Fly to your local apothecary and procure a gallon jar of Silas Buncombe's hat cement. You can't afford not to.
And that almost entirely concludes our very rainbow-tastic playlist for this week.
Does it? What else do we have to do?
You have one more song, and then we have to tell people how, if they like this thing we do, this Clockwork of Cabarets, they can help support it.
How?
Oh, Emmett. That's a dumb question because it's easy.
Oh.
And you should feel
Am
bad.
I a himbo?
But not too bad. Because if you just simply go to clockworkcabaret.com or agonyauntstudios.com, you can find all the answers.
To everything?
Well, not for everything. There aren't answers. There aren't easy answers there. There aren't answers about how we can make the world better or safer or more fair. But there are answers about how you can help support this podcast. That doesn't seem like a weird pivot, does it? Answer truthfully.
Maybe?
If it does seem like a weird pivot, that's because there is no good way to pivot from talking about social injustice to talking about how you can help support this show. So we're just going to barrel ahead as if that wasn't awkward. You can help support this show monetarily. You have several ways. There is Patreon, there is Ko-fi, there is PayPal, one-time donation. All that information is on agonyauntstudios.com. If you would like to support the show through less than financial means because you're going to focus your money on something else, that's cool. You can help us. Give us a 5-star review either on Apple iTunes. Nope, not Apple iTunes.
Apple Podcasts.
That's not a thing. Apple Podcasts. Or Stitcher or wherever you can rate and review podcasts. You can tell a friend. You can send us music suggestions. You can follow Emmett and I on social media. Emmett, do you have any other suggestions?
No, I'm good. Actually, if you have any suggestions or ideas for themes, or you just want to say hello, you can email us at clockworkcabaret@gmail.com. We do read all of our email. We may not respond in a timely fashion because we're both terrible at correspondence, but we do read it all.
We're also very tired.
Yes, also we're both in a weird state of mind right now.
Yeah. I think this
in general, overall.
Is a good example.
2020 is trying to suck the life out of all of us.
There was a time I could do this and be normal. That time is not now. Now I just plow forward blind. Like the Cyclops in the Odyssey. Just nobody has blinded me and I'm just mad and I'm not sure why. And I have repressed feelings towards people of the same sex, and I haven't dealt with those adequately. But you know what will help?
What?
Yeah,
drinking?
I'm going there. I don't know.
Drinking? Listening to this podcast? I don't know where you're going with this.
A, drinking, yes. B, listening to this podcast, also yes. C, hey, you know what? This last song may provide some guidance in these weird, uncertain times. It will not, but you know what it's going to do? Be a lot of fun.
And with that, we're going to end the show with Army of Lovers and their song, I Am. And remember, this has been the Clockwork Cabaret. She is Lady Attercop.
And she is Emmett Davenport.
And it's not work we do.
I mean, I think it's love.
Do you feel the need to deliver terrifying yet adorable death at a distance? Do you mourn the lack of weapons that fire deadly animals? If so, then pick up Lord Evan's Drop Bear Cannon today. Drop bears are the carnivorous cousins of the gentle koalas who infest the invisible land. When exposed to the scent of blood, these small bears turn into small balls of fur and death. The Drop Bear launcher safely contains these dangerous animals, and with a clockwork-powered catapult engine will propel these small deadly creatures directly into your enemies. Terrify your enemies, acquaintance, and social workers with Lord Evan's Drop Bear Cannon. Make your guests stare in awe at your terrifying masculinity as you hold up an enormous cannon and drive away pesky foes with nature's perfect weapon, the Drop Bear.
Lord Evans is not responsible for any injuries that may be suffered while loading the patented Drop Bear cannon. Extreme caution is advised when handling. In the case of a misfire, please contact our specialized maintenance crews with your loud, terrified screams.
Ask for it by name at your local gun range. Buy now, receive an extra cage of Drop Bears.